Commander Varric stared out of the viewport of the Elysian horizon, a deep blue starfield stretching infinitely before him. The planet below, tagged only as Zyra 9, was little more than a rocky wasteland. Yet this remote corner of the Xerian Confederation's territory had drawn his curiosity. Sensors had detected unusual energy readings here, faint, irregular pulses that no one could explain. "Commander, we are entering orbit," announced Lieutenant Mara, her voice calm but tinged with anticipation. "No signs of life on the surface. Atmospheric readings are stable but thin. Gravity is low 0.7 standard." Varric nodded. "Good. Prepare the landing team. We need to investigate the source of these readings. Keep scanners active at all times." A small shuttle detached from the main ship and descended slowly. Varric, Mara, and a team of 5 scientists and engineers were on board. The planet's surface was barren, a vast expanse of jagged rocks and dry, cracked plains. Yet in the distance, something unusual caught Varric's eye. A faint shimmer among the rocks, almost like the air itself was bending. "See that?" Varric asked. "That is not natural." Lieutenant Mara adjusted her visor. "Coordinates set. It's about 5 kilometers ahead. Energy readings are faint but definitely present. Could be some kind of abandoned installation." The shuttle landed with a gentle thud near the shimmer. The team disembarked, their boots crunching against the rocky ground. The air was thin but breathable, cold and still. As they approached, the shimmer revealed itself as a monolithic structure, broken and scarred by time. It towered above them, metal fused with stone, symbols etched deep into its surface that no Xyrian had ever seen. Dr. Alin, the team's archaeologist, gasped. This is incredible. These markings, they're not Xyrian. Not any known species. This could be ancient, thousands of cycles old." Varric approached the structure cautiously. "Is there a way inside?" The team found a series of steps leading to a large doorway, though the portal itself was broken, jagged metal jutting out like teeth. Faint energy pulses could still be felt when their scanners were nearby. Mara activated the scanning device. "Commander, this is strange," Mara said. "The energy readings are unstable, but they seem alive. Almost like it's waiting for something." Ellen traced her fingers over the symbols. "There is a message here, though it is fragmented. Wait. I can read part of it." She paused, focusing, then spoke slowly. "The human fleet will return. Beware." Varric froze. "Humans? You mean Earth?" That species was long thought, primitive and isolated. They never left their system in significant numbers. Ellen nodded, uncertainty in her voice. "Yes, it seems to refer to them. But why would this portal contain a warning about humans?" Mara frowned. "Commander, should we report this immediately? Or do we investigate further first?" Varric considered. The Xerian Confederation valued knowledge. But this was unprecedented. "We need to understand what we've found before reporting. This is bigger than any mission I've ever led. Keep scanners active. Do not touch the portal directly. It may be dangerous." As they explored, Varric felt a subtle vibration in the ground beneath his boots. The portal pulsed faintly, and the air seemed to hum. The team recorded their findings, documenting the markings, the structure, and the energy readings. Dr. Kor, the team's engineer, knelt beside a fragment of machinery near the base of the portal. "Commander, look at this. These components are not only old, they're advanced beyond our current technology. Fusion cores this small, yet so powerful. I don't know how they built this." Ellen examined the doorway. "The portal itself, it's not active now, but I think it was used for travel. Maybe long-distance travel, even across systems. And this warning, it implies the portal anticipated someone's return. Humans, specifically. They must have been significant enough to warrant such a caution." Varric's mind raced. Humanity had always been underestimated by the galaxy. Most empires considered them weak, scattered, primitive. Yet here, an ancient civilization or some unknown entity had left a warning about them. The day passed as the team cataloged their discoveries. The portal, though ruined, seemed more than just a relic. Its faint energy pulses suggested latent power. Even as they worked, an uneasy tension grew among the team. Mara approached Varric. "Commander, the energy readings just spiked. It's like the portal sensed something. I don't know how else to describe it." Varric nodded, feeling it himself. A strange pull. Subtle, but undeniable. "Everyone, stay alert. Keep scanners ready. I want to know the full scope before we leave." As night fell, the barren planet became eerily quiet. The stars above glittered, but the portal seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. A faint blue glow emanated from its cracks. Dr. Elin shivered. "I've seen warnings before. Old inscriptions, forgotten texts. But nothing like this. Whoever left this, they feared humans. Or they respected them so much that even a warning could not be ignored." Suddenly, the portal pulsed brighter, sending a wave of energy across the landing site. Instruments went haywire, lights flickered, and sensors showed impossible readings, distortions in space itself. "Everyone, back to the shuttle," Varric shouted. "Now!" The team scrambled, alarms blaring. As they reached the shuttle, the portal pulsed one last time, a shockwave that knocked the shuttle slightly off its landing pads. Mara's hands flew over the controls, stabilizing the craft. Once aboard the Elysian horizon, Varric looked back at the portal. The glow had faded, leaving only the broken structure. But he knew this was not over. Whatever had left the warning, it was right. Something was coming, something powerful. In the shuttle's comm room, Varric addressed the team. "We have a choice. We can report this now and let the council decide. Or we can investigate further. Understand what we are dealing with before anyone panics." Ellen spoke softly. "Commander, the portal itself is a message. A warning. Yes, but also a memory. We have to know why. We have to understand the humans it speaks of." Varric nodded. "Then we continue cautiously. But we remain ready for anything. Whatever is coming, it may not wait for us to prepare." As the Elysian horizon left orbit, the team couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were watching. Somewhere across the galaxy, across light years and centuries, the humans they had dismissed as insignificant were moving, and the ruined portal, a relic of an unknown past, had already foretold their return. For the first time, Varric realized the warning was more than words, it was a promise. The galaxy had been blind to humanity. But that blindness was about to end. The stars outside seemed to pulse in rhythm with the portal's faint energy signature. And deep in the void, the human fleet, unknown and unstoppable, was preparing to return. The Elysian horizon glided silently through deep space, leaving the desolate world of Zyra 9 behind. Commander Varric's mind was restless. The portal's warning haunted him like a shadow he could not shake. Humanity thought primitive, scattered, and insignificant was returning, and whatever lay ahead would change the galaxy forever. "Commander," Lieutenant Mara said, pointing to the holomap. "Energy readings are increasing near the old human exploration routes. Something is moving. And it's big." Varric leaned closer. The readings were unmistakable. Massive warp signatures, much larger than any single ship, moving with purpose across the void. "Humans," he muttered. "They've grown faster than anyone imagined." Dr. Elin frowned. "If the portal was correct, they won't just visit. They're returning to claim or to confront. We need to warn the Confederation immediately." Varric shook his head. "Not yet. Panic spreads faster than reason. We must first understand the scale of what we face. Send out discrete probes to track the warp signatures. Keep this contained. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, Signals of the humans' return spread without their direct knowledge. Entire systems reported unexplained gravitational anomalies, minor planetary quakes, and strange disruptions in communications. Colonies on the edge of mapped space suddenly lost contact with one another. Ships sent to investigate vanished without a trace. The first confirmed sighting came when a scout ship of the Confederation stumbled upon a solitary human reconnaissance vessel. Its design was sleek and functional, nothing like the elaborate warships of alien empires. Its energy signature was almost invisible, yet its weapons systems were beyond anything the scouts had ever seen. Captain Lauren of the Scout barely transmitted a message before the human vessel disengaged from warp and disappeared again. The report reached the High Council like a bolt of lightning. "They're back," Lauren's message read, "and they are not the humans we knew." On the Elysian horizon, Varric and his team monitored the escalating situation. The portal's warning had not been an exaggeration. Humanity was returning in force, and the galaxy was unprepared. Dr. Core studied the energy signatures. "Commander, these ships, they are too fast. Their warp cores are advanced, beyond anything we've built. And the coordination? It's perfect. Even a small fleet moves like a single organism." Mara shook her head. "And they're silent. Almost like they don't want to be noticed until it's too late." Varric's eyes hardened. "Which means the portal's warning wasn't just a caution, it was a prediction. Humans have returned, and the galaxy will know their power soon enough." Days passed as reports poured in. Star systems along the old human trade routes were abandoned. Some destroyed, others mysteriously empty. The galaxy's empires argued over what to do. Some urged diplomacy, fearing annihilation. Others called for preemptive strikes, hoping to contain what they did not understand. Varric's team received orders to investigate another portal, this one long rumored to connect to systems humans had explored centuries ago. The ruins were similar, but less damaged. When the team arrived, they found holographic recordings embedded in the portal. Ellen activated one. The projection flickered to life, revealing humans in sleek suits, moving with purpose. Their voice was calm, measured, yet firm. "We explore, we observe, we do not conquer for pleasure. But we will defend what is ours and what is just." The team watched, awestruck. The humans were methodical, precise, and united. They spoke of peace and trade, but the way they moved, the technology they displayed, the way their ships operated together, it was undeniable. They were a force the galaxy had never expected. Varric felt a chill. These humans, they are organized, not reckless, not divided. The galaxy underestimated them. And that is why the portal warned us. Mara checked the latest readings. "Commander, another fleet signature detected. Massive this time. Approaching the outer rim. Warp velocity consistent with recorded human technology. They will be here in less than a cycle." Varric nodded grimly. "Prepare the sensors. We need every detail. If humans are returning in fleets like this, the galaxy cannot hope to oppose them without first understanding their capabilities." As they approached the outer rim, the team's scanners picked up more anomalies. Communications from nearby colonies were garbled, sensors malfunctioned inexplicably, and minor gravitational distortions suggested the humans' presence even before visual confirmation. Then, through the dense starfield, they saw it. A human reconnaissance squadron emerged from warp. Their ships were elegant, silent, moving in formation with military precision. Varric's eyes widened. They are real, and they are extraordinary. The humans did not attack immediately. They scanned, recorded, and moved with the cold efficiency of predators observing prey, yet there was no immediate hostility. Even so, the mere presence of the fleet sent shockwaves through the alien systems. Panic spread faster than any weapon. Dr. Core muttered, "Commander, if they wanted to, they could destroy half this sector in minutes. Their technology, their coordination, it's flawless." Varric remained silent, watching. "They will not strike without reason, but we must be ready. The portal warned us for a reason. They are not just ships. They are a civilization that has learned to survive and to defend itself in ways we cannot predict. Back in the Xyrian Confederation Council chambers, debates raged. Ambassadors argued. Weapons were readied, and fleets prepared for conflict. Yet a deep fear settled over the proceedings. The humans were no longer a curiosity, they were a threat defined by their excellence, and no one could truly say how far they would go. On the Elysian horizon, Varric convened a meeting with his team. We need a plan. The humans are here, and they will be impossible to ignore. We are researchers, not warriors, but we are the first to witness this. We have a choice: warn the galaxy now and risk chaos, or continue monitoring and hope our data can prevent catastrophe. Ellen spoke first. Commander, we cannot remain silent. The portal warned us. And these humans, they are nothing like we expected. We must give the galaxy a chance to understand them, before fear drives empires to make mistakes. Varric nodded. Agreed. Send detailed reports. But we must also prepare for the unexpected. Humans may not want war, but, if provoked, they will respond in ways that no empire has ever seen. As they monitored the approaching fleet, the Elysian horizon detected a sudden pulse of energy from the humans' ships. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, but enough to disrupt nearby instruments. Varric frowned. They are testing, observing, or warning. We cannot underestimate them. Whatever they intend, it is deliberate and controlled. Mara added, Commander, the portal's warning makes sense now. These humans are not primitive. They are calculating, prepared, and aware of how the galaxy perceives them. We have underestimated them for too long. Ellen studied the readings, and yet they have not attacked. Perhaps they are looking for cooperation. Or perhaps they are deciding what to do with the galaxy. Suddenly, a transmission arrived not through normal communication channels, but via a direct quantum signal. The message was simple, clear, and impossible to ignore. We are aware of your presence. Prepare wisely. Varric's jaw tightened. The words carried no threat, no malice, but the weight of the message was undeniable. The humans were here. They had returned, and the galaxy had only just begun to realize that everything it thought it knew about humanity was wrong. As the human fleet moved closer to the outer rim, Varric knew one thing. The portal's warning had been true. Humanity's return was not just an event. It was a reckoning, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The galaxy held its breath. Across star systems, ships were on alert, alarms blaring, and fleets scrambling. Reports of a massive human fleet moving through the outer rim had reached every corner of civilized space. The portal's warning had become reality. Commander Varric stood on the bridge of the Elysian horizon, staring at the viewscreen. A formation of human warships glided through space. Moving with silent precision, their hulls gleamed faintly under distant starlight, sleek and functional, yet clearly built for both speed and resilience. They're incredible, whispered Lieutenant Mara. Look at the coordination. Every ship moves as one, and their speed, faster than anything we've built. Varric nodded gravely. The portal was right. They are not primitive. They are beyond anything we expected. Dr. Elin, who had been quietly studying the fleet's energy signatures, turned pale. Commander, the humans don't just have advanced technology. They have tactics, discipline, and unity. It's like they think as a single organism. One fleet, one mind. The human fleet halted at the edge of the outer rim, forming a defensive perimeter. Sensors revealed a faint pulse of energy, scanning the area. Yet no aggressive action was taken. The aliens watching through hidden satellites felt an uneasy mixture of awe and fear. Humanity had returned, but they did not strike immediately. They observed. Across the Xyrian Confederation, panic and speculation ran rampant. Some councils called for preemptive strikes, fearing annihilation. Others, wiser, urged caution. Humanity's return was not just a threat, it was a lesson in patience and restraint. Varric convened a meeting with his team. We have seen what we feared. The humans are here. But notice, they have not attacked. They are testing us, observing us. We must understand them before anyone makes a mistake. Dr. Core, the engineer, shook his head. They could destroy a dozen systems if they wanted to. And yet, nothing. It's like they are choosing not to. That is terrifying, Mara added. Commander, their sensors must be detecting our every move. Even the portal, we can't hide from them. They know exactly what we know. I'm Sida. Whines. Varric's expression hardened. Then, we proceed carefully. We observe, gather data, and try to communicate. If the galaxy acts hastily, it could provoke something irreversible. Meanwhile, the human fleet sent its first direct message through quantum channels. Unlike traditional transmissions, it reached every nearby system almost instantly. The message was brief, simple, yet carried an undeniable authority. We are aware of your fleets. We do not seek war. Prepare to receive communication. Cooperation is possible. Aggression will not be tolerated. The words spread like wildfire. Some empires panicked, calling for immediate mobilization. Others paused, realizing that the humans' return was not necessarily hostile, but their potential was unmatched. Varric received the message and instructed his team to analyze it. It's a warning wrapped in civility, he said. They do not attack, but they make it clear. Do not underestimate them. We are witnessing a civilization at the peak of discipline and strategy. As the humans moved deeper into the outer rim, Varric's sensors detected an even greater phenomenon. Human drones mapping and scanning planets in real time, analyzing resources, energy readings, and potential threats. The drones moved silently, returning to the fleet in perfect formation. Their data immediately integrated into the human command systems, Ellen whispered, awe in her voice. They are methodical. They do not strike blindly. They understand, calculate, and act with precision. The portal's warning was not just about their fleet. It was about their intelligence, their foresight. Suddenly, a human warship emerged from behind an asteroid belt. It approached Varric's position, stopping just outside sensor range. A calm, authoritative voice resonated through the ship's comm systems, translated instantly into the Xerian language. Commander Varric, your presence is noted. We are not here to destroy. We are here to observe, to understand, and to offer terms. The galaxy has underestimated us for too long. That will not happen again. Varric swallowed hard, his mind racing. The humans were speaking directly to him, not with threats, but with undeniable power and clarity. He realized that diplomacy would now be tested in a way the galaxy had never known. He activated the ship's main communication array. This is Commander Varric of the Elysian Horizon. We welcome communication. We seek to understand your intentions. A pause followed. Then the human voice replied, calm and unwavering. Our intentions are simple. We do not conquer for pleasure. We defend, we explore, and we ensure that civilizations are respected. Cooperation is offered to those willing, to those who seek war. They will find our defense unmatched. Varric felt a chill run down his spine. The humans were not just powerful, they were principled. Their strength came not from aggression alone, but from discipline, unity, and purpose. Across the outer rim, other fleets watched the exchange, trembling. Entire empires realized they had misjudged humanity. These were not primitive colonists, they were a civilization that had mastered technology, war, and diplomacy simultaneously. Mara whispered, Commander, they could obliterate our fleets with ease. And yet, they are giving us a chance. Varric nodded. Which means we must act wisely. Humanity is not just a threat, they are a mirror. They show us what a civilization can achieve when united, intelligent, and determined. The human fleet began to move slowly, establishing a presence in neutral space, just beyond the outer rim. Their ships formed a ring, defensive yet unobtrusive. They scanned, mapped, and observed, yet no violence was committed. The galaxy could only watch. Awe-struck, Ellen studied the readings, her voice soft with wonder. They respect life, but they respect power too. They are teaching us a lesson. Do not underestimate. Do not provoke. And above all, do not assume. Ignorance will protect you. Varric realized the truth in her words. The portal had been more than a warning, it had been a promise. Humanity would return. And when it did, the galaxy would have no choice but to acknowledge it. Days passed. Communication between human representatives and Varric's team continued. They explained the humans' philosophy. Protection of their worlds, respect for other civilizations, and readiness to act decisively against aggression. Slowly, Varric began to understand the depth of their strategy. The humans were not conquerors, they were guardians of their own destiny. Across the galaxy, alien factions began to adjust. Fear gave way to respect. Caution gave way to cooperation. Some fleets retreated to safe distances. Others sent envoys to establish dialogue. The humans' mere presence had shifted the balance of power. One evening, Varric stood alone on the observation deck of the Elysian horizon, staring at the human fleet's formation in the void. He thought of the portal, the ancient warning, and the power he had witnessed. Humanity's return had begun not with destruction, but with an unmistakable demonstration of strength, wisdom, and restraint. Mira joined him quietly. "Commander, what do we do now?" Varric turned to her, eyes resolute. "We learn, we adapt, and we ensure the galaxy understands that humans are not to be underestimated. They are not just a species, they are a lesson. The portal warned us for a reason. Humanity's return is not the end of our story. It is the beginning of a new era." As the stars stretched endlessly beyond them, the human fleet pulsed with quiet energy, a silent testament to what the galaxy had failed to see. And somewhere deep in space, the ruined portal on Zyra 9 waited, dormant but watching. Its warning fulfilled, the humans had returned, and the galaxy would never forget. In that moment, Commander Varric understood the truth. Power alone does not command respect. Unity, discipline, intelligence, and courage do. Humanity had returned not to conquer blindly, but to show the galaxy what a civilization could truly achieve. And with that, the galaxy's future had changed forever.